Hey guys, it's Aaron and welcome back to the house of Aaron. All right, you guys, welcome back to the house. I am Aaron. Oh my God, I'm so excited today. It's going to be amazing because we got so much stuff to talk about. So before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and oh my gosh, don't forget to comment if you want to talk about anything that we're talking about in this video today and just have a conversation. So comment down below. Okay, not only do we have a new video today, but I was in my first podcast ever. So my friend Carlton has a podcast with his best friend Sean. They teamed up together to create a podcast entitled Black, Gay, and Okay. I was their very special first guest ever. And on this episode of Black, Gay, and Okay, we are talking politics. We're talking about everything that's happening in Washington, D.C. as far as Trump is concerned, as far as what's happening with impeachment. And also we are getting into some things when it comes to the 2020 candidates. You know I gotta represent for Elizabeth Warren and the Queen Marianne Williamson, okay? So if you want to check out that podcast, go ahead and check out Black, Gay, and Okay, episode 8, I think, in the links down below. Let's get into this video because we have so much to talk about. We're talking about Keesha Anderson, okay, the YouTuber. She has a new documentary out, so we need to dissect everything that's going on with that. We're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta again because I bring them up in every video. The ratings were terrible, and there's also a beef brewing between Portia and Eva, okay, so it's finna get really good. We also need to get into some things when it comes to Cardi B dissing Nicki Minaj, who she recently collaborated with Karol G, okay? Cardi B is coming for those two girls. And last but not least, we are going to get into it when it comes to The View versus Donald Trump Jr., okay? Because it was a hot ass mess. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, Keesha damn Anderson. Okay, if you don't know, okay, because a lot of y'all probably don't know, maybe you do, I don't know, if you're into YouTube vloggers or whatnot, but there's this girl on YouTube, her name is Keesha Anderson, or Keesha K. Lee. I don't know why she has two names, but you know, she's a vlogger. I've been watching her for a while now, maybe like a year or two, and she has a pretty interesting life for the most part. She has this boyfriend, his name is Jeremy. I actually met him one time, which is kind of weird, at Pride. I think it was like the White Pride in Atlanta, like last year. He's super tall, super fine. I just had to put that in there. So on Instagram one day, I'm just scrolling and scrolling, minding my own damn business. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just being nosy. And I see her post this trailer for an upcoming documentary about her life. I guess she's really going in depth about her life, about her growing up in Atlanta, about Jeremy, about her being pregnant, her babies, and all that stuff. So she's really getting into some things. So I send the trailer over to my sister because we love talking about Keesha and how ridiculous, okay, some of her videos be. I'm not gonna even lie, like some of the stuff is a bit ridiculous, like some of the clickbait titles and some of this is just like, I just be like, girl, like what is you doing with your life? But it's entertaining and it's fun to watch. And I actually haven't watched her in a while because she was pregnant and she had these babies who are super adorable. I think their names are Journey and Jaya. They are just the most adorable twins ever. I kind of stopped watching because I'm not a baby person. I don't like babies. I'm not into pregnancy and all that type of stuff. I don't want to sit up here and watch a whole 30-minute video of you talking gibberish and baby-like to your babies. Like, I'm not finna do that. But anyways, so I think the documentary came out today or yesterday, not sure. I checked it out. And girl, so let's just start off with the trailer. On the last part of the trailer, they are talking about Jeremy and how when Keesha was pregnant, she found out that Jeremy was getting close. This was her words. Jeremy was getting close to another woman while Keesha was carrying their twins.
I mean, you know, I was just, you know, I was, you know, conversing, you know, with another friend or whatever.
To get pregnant and for him to make a decision to get closer to another woman when I needed him most.
Whoa, okay. And I feel like ever since Keesha and Jeremy got together, people have been questioning it. People have been side-eyeing it because it kind of just, it looked and it felt weird. I'll say this, who am I or anybody else to be judging her life or her, relationship or her family? Nobody is anybody to be judging. At the same time, I'm not gonna even lie. When she got with him, we were all thinking the same thing. Like, who is he? Why is he in Keesha's life? What does he do for a living? Where is his job? Where is his money? Like, it looks a certain way. It looks like there is a transactional relationship going on. It looks like he is there for the money and she is there to prop him up to be shown on YouTube. It is what it is. We all thinking it. So when I heard in the trailer that he was getting close to another woman while she was carrying their twins for 9 months, that I can believe that. Like, that's not shocking and it's not surprising because he looks like the type of person to do some dirty shit. I love Keesha, okay? That's my bitch. But it's just like, we keeping it real, okay? This is just my opinion. It didn't shock me when she said that he was getting closer to other women. I'm not gonna go as far as to say he cheated, but he definitely, I'm assuming that their relationship did waver a little bit because of this issue. Now, this particular issue, I don't believe was in the first part of the documentary, which she dropped today. But what was in the documentary, the very beginning, she had a lot of clips of people criticizing her while they were like setting up the first scene of the documentary. It was a bunch of people talking shit, but one of the people on there that was talking mess was Jeremy's own sister. I think her name is Shanita. Shanita Postel was on the documentary talking mess about Keesha Anderson, saying how she's the B word and how she fake and how she this and how she that. And I just thought that was interesting because I feel like most of the drama in Keesha's life, a lot of it today stems from Jeremy. Like, we just gonna keep it real. We just gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it 100. Jeremy's sister made a whole YouTube channel dedicated to dissing Keesha's ass. Okay? And she was not playing with Keesha. Like, she was going in. But I kind of felt like she was doing that for clout and doing that for clicks and stuff like that because Shanita's a mess. Girl, you're a mess. You need to stop it. You need to sit down because she has a lot. Because I've seen some of the videos and I've seen some of the clips. And she has a lot going on with her life. And I guess now she wants to do this thing where, you know, I did see a video where she was apologizing to Jeremy and Keesha and the whole family. And she was like, I'm sorry for, you know, talking mess and talking out the side of my mouth and doing all this stuff. But I just kind of feel like, I mean, family will always be family. At the same time, girl, you literally took a whole leap. And I don't know if you can reverse all the mess you was talking on YouTube about Keesha, Jeremy, and their babies. That's just that on that. So it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for part 2 to come out. Okay, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So of course, I talk about this every video. Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's my show. Let's get into some things because on Sunday night's premiere episode, they premiered to I think it was 1.9 viewers, so almost 2 million viewers. They were posting it on Twitter. The Housewives page were posting it, and they were like, oh my God, Kenya's back. She boosted the ratings, this, that. Those ratings are not good, okay, in my opinion, because I remember the days, and I'm an OG Housewives fan. I remember the days when Housewives used to premiere to like 4 million viewers, 3 million viewers. And now we've trumped all the way down to 1.9 million viewers. So it's just not that good. So mathematically, statistically, scientifically, Housewives is getting less and less popular. At least this franchise is getting less and less popular over the years because they're not premiering to the same 4 million viewers that they used to be. I do believe that it still is the highest rated franchise, but at the same time, people are less interested. So I don't know what they got to do. Portia, Eva, Kenya, Nene, Cynthia, Candy, y'all need to, I don't know. Maybe they need to recast. Maybe they need to, I don't know. I told y'all to put Tanya in there. I told y'all to put Tanya, and y'all should have offered her more money because obviously she declined it because she was doing the startup battle and all that other stuff, but y'all should have offered her more money so that she could be on the show because we need to spice it up because people just are not watching. And the first episode was kind of bland anyways, okay? And I'm not surprised that Portia was carrying the show. With that being said, there is a new beef brewing between Portia and Eva, okay? So Bravo.com dropped this clip. Check this out.
I said I don't want to bring my kids around because I don't know Kenya. Period. And I'm saying it now, and I say it again, and I say it later. Did I ask her where her husband was?
I mean, Kenya definitely felt like some kind of way, but you know, Kenya could be a little dramatic. I mean,
well, she felt the way because of the way the information was brought to her.
And
well, I didn't bring that
that's
information
my
to her
issue
that
because
way.
that's messy. Portia just had a baby.
And I tiptoed around her whole little feelings.
Okay, so after Bravo dropped that, a bunch of drama was cooking up between Eva and Portia. So I'm gonna read what they say on HollywoodLife.com. They say the drama is heating up down there in the ATL. Portia Williams shared a cryptic quote on Instagram after she shared a clip exclusively obtained by the Hollywood of Life from the upcoming November 10th episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Eva Marcille dissed her while chatting with co-star Cynthia Bailey and Candy. We saw, Eva sitting there talking about I don't know why Portia's talking about me. She needs to mind her business. Like, the bitch is still healing from a C-section. And then it's just cheating on your ass. You got a lot of stuff to be worried about. And then my kid not showing up to Kenya's party. And on top of that, bitch, I don't even know Kenya. So why are we talking about this? I'm kind of on team Eva on this one because I felt like it's not an issue. Like, I didn't bring my kids because I didn't want to bring my kids. And me not knowing Eva is just a Fendi fact. Portia seemingly responded to Eva's comments in a post on Instagram, which featured the quote that read, "We never lose friends. We simply learn who the real ones are." Portia then captioned the post, "Okay, I'm done now. I'll be cleansing my page now." She added a few telling emojis, including a snake, a laughing face, and a red X. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Portia did unfollow Eva Marcille on Instagram. Portia. Okay. Portia, you've been getting on my nerves for the past week and a half because between you, Sincerely, this whole faked staged scene with Candy and the gang, I just can't with all the antics. Like, we don't know if this whole Dennis storyline is true or false. We don't know if Sincerely and Dennis really know each other because Tasha K said that Sincerely and Dennis have the same lawyer who was Michael Sterling, who was Eva Marcille's husband. So it's all just a mess. Like, y'all just tied in all together, and it's just, we don't know what's true, we don't know what's false. I did think that it was a bit unnecessary for Portia to go back to Kenya and say, well, yeah, she didn't want to come with her kids because she didn't know how the energy was going to be, and she doesn't really know you like that, and all that type of stuff. And then she tried to drag Cynthia down on in the mud with her, talking about something, and Cynthia was co-signing it and like, yeah, and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, girl, like, Portia, you're being real messy. Okay, we're going down the wrong road. But at the same time, you don't want Candy or nobody else in your business with Dennis. Portia, what's really going on? Okay, you're my favorite girl, but I don't know. You really got a lot of cleaning up to do. Like, are you the snake? Are you the snake? And Eva keeps talking about this snake thing. Like, oh my God, this season we're going to be playing a game of Clue. Okay, it's a murder mystery on season 12 of RHOA. Who is the snake? Who was trying to break up relationships? So at first I thought it was Yavanna, because Yavanna, she just looks like a snake. Like, look at her. Look. I'm gonna put a picture of her right here. Look at this girl. She looks like a snake. But at the same time, I feel like that would be way too obvious for Yavanna to be the snake, because one, she's not a housewife. She barely has any scenes this season. She probably in like 3-4 scenes. I don't know. I just felt like that would be real obvious for Yavanna to be the snake, and that would be really boring and anticlimactic. I guess later on we'll figure out who the snake is, but I'm just trying to figure out Portia and Eva. Like, I think Portia's whole thing is she's trying to make the show interesting, and she's trying to get the beef stirring, and that was her way of trying to get the drama started for this season, because it is going to be interesting once we do see Eva face off with Kenya, okay? Because we do see Kenya in that clip talking about you don't want a problem with me, okay? And if I was Eva, I would have sat there and been like, I want all the problems. So what's good, sis? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do, twirl? Going with the wind fabulous? Like, Kenya ain't gonna do shh. Okay, moving right along, Cardi B dissing Nicki Minaj and Karol G. Okay, so I've never heard of this Karol G girl, but I guess she's a Spanish artist. She sings in Spanish. She has this new song out with Nicki Minaj called Tussa. I can't remember. But at the end of the day, I did listen to the song. I did watch the video, and it is super cute. I love the outfits. I love the colors. I love the song. It's all cute. It's a bop. I will definitely be listening to it. Nicki Minaj sounds amazing, and Nicki Minaj is rapping in Spanish, which I think is really dope. And that's one thing I love about Nicki Minaj, is that Nicki Minaj is very versatile. She can do a little bit of this, she can do a little bit of that, and it all sounds good. A lot of people were asking, well, why isn't Cardi B on the song instead of Nicki Minaj? Because Cardi B is a real Spanish rapper. And Cardi B ended up responding to those tweets saying, well, it was offered to me and I passed on it. Okay, I'm gonna put the tweet right here. She did say that. I'm extremely disappointed in Cardi B because I feel like this is her way of keeping this beef alive, okay? Ignore the tweets. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj both, they have the same issue. And I probably feel like that's one of the main reasons why they can't settle their differences. They both have a lot of pride. They both have a lot of ego. And when somebody criticizes them or says something about them, they can't let it go. They've both been famous for a while now. Nicki Minaj has been famous for a decade. And Cardi has been famous for a couple of years with Instagram because she's had a bunch of followers. She's been on Love and Hip Hop. And even though she's recently, in the last 3 years, have had a lot of success in the music industry where she's blown up, she's still no stranger to criticism and people, asking her messy ass questions and just being messy. And yet, time and time after again, we see both Nicki and Cardi continue to subscribe to this belief that I'm going to pop off and I'm going to respond and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And when y'all are both way too big of celebrities to be responding to the bullshit. Cardi, you sound real thirsty. You sound real pressed. We don't care if you were offered the song first. The point of the matter is you're not on the song and Nicki Minaj is. Get over it, okay? You sound like how you did a year ago when you were talking about, oh, Diesel offered me the fashion deal first and Women Like Me and Little Mix wanted me first. And like, okay, girl, that's great. Congratulations, you are a little bit more hotter than Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Minaj has been getting these bags. She's been collaborating with these people. She's been had fashion deals. She's been at the top of the chart. She's done everything that you have done. Yeah, maybe she doesn't have a #1 on Billboard because there wasn't a whole rally with the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne and with the whole goddamn country trying to get your ass. There was a whole movement trying to get you to #1. There was never a movement saying hashtag let's get Nicki Minaj to #1. That never happened. There was never a movement for Nicki Minaj to get a Grammy. She was blackballed because they didn't want her to perform Take Your Medication, Roman, take your medication, Roman, you'll be okay. Do all that cartoon mess, okay? They didn't want her to do all that mess and she did it anyway, so she was blackballed from the Grammys and never been nominated since. Even though I do feel like the song with Lil Uzi, what's it called? I know you're sad and tired. That definitely should have been nominated for a Grammy. That is my favorite song. Anyways, you may have a #1 hit and you may have a Grammy, but at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj's status has not gone down. She is still, in my opinion, the queen of rap, and she still is one of the most talented writers in the rap game right now and has been for years, Cardi B. So at this point, you are continuing to keep this beef alive. But I'm not just blaming Cardi, I'm blaming Nicki too, because the whole Queen Radio mess, it's just super messy and I'm done. Okay, I'm just done with it. The last thing I do want to get into, and I'm going to be really quick about this, is Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump's mini-me went on The View yesterday, Thursday, and it was a whole hot ass mess and then some. Check these clips out.
We're literally not making money from any of those foreign governments. We're giving it back to the Treasury. And by the way, there's an opportunity.
But you are making money from the hotel based on the presidency.
We're in the hotel business.
All right,
nothing to, like, we're giving back.
That's not a crime.
Take a
breath.
All
right, they have a duty and obligation to honor their business
unlike Hunter
contracts.
Biden, we didn't become international businessmen magically when we got in office.
Listen,
all right, and that's something that no one talks about.
Don't do that.
We've stopped
Excuse me.
She's talking about lowering the discourse to his level, which is horrible for this country. Even if people are working, we don't want to have a country like that.
We've all done things that we regret. I mean, if we're talking about bringing the discourse down, Joy, you've worn blackface. Whoopi,
no,
you said that Roman Polanski.
I'm sorry, and don't.
You said that Roman Polanski, it wasn't rape when he raped a child. So let's talk about
let's talk about this. So you want to bring this up?
Your medication, Roman, take your med. Okay, so yeah, y'all saw the whole just circus. It was a circus. It was crazy. It was a mess. And I'm not too sure what I was watching. Like, everybody was talking over each other. I heard so many lies come out of Donald Trump Jr.'s face. His girlfriend was annoying as hell. Like, we don't even know why she was on there. Whoopi was acting a damn fool. Like, it was just a mess. Okay, so let me just go one by one. So Donald Trump Jr. and his girlfriend, I don't even know her name, but I'm assuming she's a Fox News correspondent. They're liars, okay? Almost every other word that came out of their mouth was lies. The Ukraine aid, military aid, was held up because Donald Trump Jr. wanted President Zelensky, or whatever the hell his name is, to investigate Joe and Hunter Biden. Okay, so they lied about that. They've lied about the discourse and the disgusting things that come out of the president's mouth on a daily basis. And I guess it's his dad. Like, he's going to defend his dad no matter what. But we're not going to forget that his dad is a criminal, his dad is a racist, and his dad is an accused rapist, okay? It's alleged that he has raped several women, and he's being sued by multiple women. He slept with porn stars, and he's paid them off with campaign finances and just the whole deal. His lawyers, his campaign managers, they're in prison right now. With that being said, I felt like the way that they handled this interview was very poor. I felt like Whoopi did a terrible job as the moderator. I came on here last week talking about it is Whoopi's job to make sure everything is smooth, to make sure everybody gets a chance to talk. I felt like they weren't giving him a chance to talk, even though he was spewing out a bunch of lies. But Whoopi lost her cool multiple times, and I feel like in a tense situation like that, you cannot lose your cool because it looks like you're the problem. And I've been saying this for years now. I feel like Whoopi should get the boot. I feel like Whoopi should get the boot, and I know a lot of y'all don't like Megan. A lot of y'all want Megan to get fired, but I feel like Whoopi needs to get the boot. Whoopi and Abby, they gotta go, okay? I told you to replace them hoes with honor. But Whoopi got out of place and out of line, and she kept yelling at him and screaming and just being nasty and ugly. Whoopi, calm down. Now, what I didn't like about the interview, I thought Donald Trump Jr. took it to a whole nother new low when he mentioned that Joy did blackface. That was so just disgusting. Like, he tried to defend his father and all the disgusting things that he does by trying to bring up the fact that Joy does a blackface, okay? So I'm gonna put this picture up right here. And y'all tell me if this looks like blackface. And of course, Joe denied it. She was like, I didn't do blackface. Okay, I don't know what you talking about. You got your information and your facts misconstrued, but I didn't do blackface. The whole interview was just a mess. When they have these polarizing characters join their show to be interviewed, they have to show more discipline. They really have to get into the questions. They really have to get inside these people's heads. They have to let them talk. The way they conducted this interview was so poor. It was so poor. Like, we don't like Donald Trump Jr. We don't like the fact that he lies. We don't like the fact that his father is literally running this country into a muck. But at the same time, if you're going to have him on to be interviewed, you have to let him speak. You have to let him talk. You have to let him, lay out his case. And Whoopi, girl, you can't be screaming and yelling and just acting an ass every time. Like, you look crazy. You just look insane. Whoopi, look at me right now. Listen to the words that are coming out my mouth. Come close, come close, come close, because you need to hear this. In the words of the wise Taylor Swift, bitch, you need to calm down. All right, and on that note, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about all this mess? Let's have a conversation. Let's have a dialogue in the comments. And also, don't forget to create a great day. I'll see you guys on Monday.